Doc Wendell. How are you, Doc? I wore my matching shirt and mask tonight in your honor. Just out here on the street for a little while. Hi, Mary Jane. Francisco, how are you? We're out on the street where no applause occurs anymore. Stephen Goldberg, hello, Steve. How are you? Just out here on the avenue, bum, bum, bum. West End Avenue, bum, bum, bum. And I would say 15%, 10%, maybe 12, 15% of the people are not wearing masks now. People walking are, on the sidewalk are. People in the street, well, no, the count's going up. Fashion knows no bounds, none whatsoever. I tried to get the shirt to match the actual hue of my mask, but it's very difficult. Good evening, Bill. I hope you're well. I hope I'm well. I think I'm well. Today was Vaughn's birthday. The kid got more stuff. The grandmothers and fathers and mothers and grandparents and good God Almighty. He raked it in today for 12. And he's a big boy at 12. I hear one lone whistle way up the block. Well, doesn't mean I don't appreciate them. Everything that everybody's done for us. It's one thing, becoming a doctor and a nurse. It's another thing saying, okay, I'll go to work today when I could catch this disease and die from it. I'm not looking forward to going back to work because I might catch a disease and die from it. But they have to, or I guess they sort of have to. Loyalty to the crew and everything like that. Well, all is peaceful out here, but I assume we'll manage to work our way through all this somehow. Say hello to Carolyn's car. $700. Runs like a dream. It really does. It's a Honda Fit with 225,000 miles on it, and it runs great. Thank you. Up the stairs. You can see that. That's your movie. Thing there. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday. Is today your birthday? No, but I just thought I'd sing happy birthday to me. Very good. Fine. Keys in the spirit. Find my keys. mask is so much fun when it's hot. Yes, me. What? No, no clapping. So I just gave honor to our loyal.
The smoothie is ready.
Okay, thank you, sweetheart.
You're welcome.
My smoothie is ready, so I can burp all the way through tonight's show too. Good. Burp and hiccup. I know that was charming, but she didn't make it till now. What can I tell you? Oh, I didn't get the words to Bernie's tune. I should have got the words to Bernie's tune. Didn't get him, but I'll get him soon. I'll get those words if I know what I'm doing. I need the words to Bernie's tune. Fake books will not have them. Neither will the internet. I'll call John Weber, he'll have them. He has never let me down yet. Do. So, I start singing Bernie's tune and my mood improves. I lose that afternoon funkadelic thing. Someone's missing. Oh, never mind. He's here. He's here. Hi. How high can you jump? Hooray! Little assisted jumping. No assist. I did it all by myself. Yes, you did. Whee! Where am I going to sit tonight? Where am I going to sit? I'll sit over here. Tony Pereira. How does one lion door knock? They really haven't met. I've sort of been keeping that, I've been I don't know. Excuse me, here's my new smoothie. The best thing in the world. Happy 12th birthday to Vaughn. Yes, indeedy. Happy birthday, Vaughn. Hey, let me just go tell Vaughn. Let me just. Hey, Vaughn. Vaughn? Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Everybody's wishing him happy birthday. Vaughn is studying math right now.
Everybody wants to?
Well, not everybody, but lots of people are saying happy birthday to him.
I'll let him know. He's got to finish this one story.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He was on the honor roll. Honor roll this year. We like honor rolls. I never got an honor roll until I got to music school. I was on the music school honor roll all the way through. My fancy light is just not working tonight. There it is. I was on the music honor roll all through high school, unfortunately. Playing parties. with a Dixieland band called the Pier 5 Jazz Band in Baltimore. And these are a great band, wonderful guys. And I started drinking with them when I was 13. And I played with them for 5 years. Great band. The time I was 18, I was all washed up. And I got it out of my system early. Oh, that reminds me of my song, I Don't Want to Drink No More. Where's that? Where's I Don't Want to Drink No More? I know I got it. I feel like doing it now. I feel like doing it right now. So what do? I go computer and I go Jay's songs. I just want to get out the words. Oh, I gotta use my thing. He'll entertain. What I say? I don't want to drink no more. I don't. Oh no. You don't tell me I don't. Did I put it under drink no more? Oh. Now I've invested this in it. Now I'm going to drink no more. Drink no more. We're going to let the Apple app find it. Oh, it's on Salamander Pie lyrics. That's where it is. That's where it is. Where is it? I don't want to drink no more. Let the flower grow. Oh, that's a good one. Little lady standing at Caribbean Island. Attention to oh, jujubes. I'll have to do that too. Oh my heavens, it's a long song. Okay. There's the whole song. Believe me, the wait was worth it. Have to get closer to the computer because the words are on the computer. I didn't print it out. I hear tales of me when I was young, about the drunken things I'd done, things I really can't recall, my mind erased by alcohol. I hear things that sound so dumb, oh, the things you do when you get numb, things that fill me up with shame, and I got no one else to blame. I don't want to drink no more. I don't want to drink no more. Open up and let the whiskey in. Swim in booze and rot gut gin. Drink so much that I could die. Wake up next day, want to cry. Hangover is too gentle an expression for one all wrapped up in depression. My mind and body racked with pain, ghosts and goblins in my brain. I don't want to drink amazed that I've escaped the gloom. My body is not racked with pain, no goblins in my brain. Nothing hurt or bent or strange, glad to be living for a change. Drink no more, no more, no more. Let me tell you something as we start the show. It's a little something that by now I'm sure you know. But I'll tell you anyway, as we settle into place, it's impossible to sing and play the bass. You're a lovely group of people, you deserve the courtesy of knowing what you can expect of me. I've practiced, but it will not mean a thing, 'cause it's impossible to play the bass and sing. You see, the bass is fretless. It's not like a guitar. On bass, you spend your whole life wondering where the hell you are. It's got no little markers, just a fingerboard so bare, and lots of notes which often are not there. Then, when you start singing, you've got lyrics on your mind. And the notes on bass become impossible to find. To remember lyrics and melodies, bass lines and chords is no less a miracle than Lord's. So as I make 1,000 errors, sit there and be kind. Do not throw tomatoes at me. Keep us all in mind. Remember this is serious. Remember this is art. Remember this or I will fall apart. Then I'd have to pray to God to come and intercede. And she'd only sit and laugh at my wanton greed. She made the rules for molecules, atoms, time, and space. Yes, she made the rules for molecules, atoms, time, and space. Made the rules for molecules, atoms, time, and space. And she knows it's impossible to sing and play the bass. And right after that, on that album, that wasn't on Salamander Pie, but Drink No More was on Salamander Pie. And now that I look back at the album, I understand my frame of mind at that time. I understand why some people thought I was depressed. Well, maybe I was more depressed as a kid than I thought in my 20s. It was difficult. But I wrote this same song. This is on Salamander Pie, too. Sometimes I think I got nothing in common with the rest of the human race. I'm completely out of place, like a visitor from outer space. Sometimes I think it's all a big game that everybody plays but me. It's a big conspiracy, everybody in free but me. I don't know the rules now. They don't tell the rules to fools now. So I do best I can, Lord. Yes, I do the best I can. Maybe some sweet day now, things will go my way now. I guess I'll have to wait till then, Lord. I guess I'll have to wait till then. Sometimes the reason for putting up with it now, it ain't so clear to me. But that ain't so dear to me. But somebody hear my plea. Wow. Sometimes I think I got nothing in common with the rest of the human race. I'm completely out of place. I like a visitor from Mars, come down from the stars. My heat shield burning and my soul picked down. My soul pick up the scars. Come down from the moon, living in anticipation of returning to my interstellar station. Sometimes I think I got nothing in common with the rest of the human race. Maybe some sweet day now, things will go my way now. I guess I'll have to wait till then, Lord. I guess I'll have to wait till then, God. Maybe some sweet day now, things will go my way now. I guess I'll have to wait till then, Lord. I guess I'll have to. Sometimes the reason for putting up with it now, it ain't so clear to me. Ain't so dear to me. Somebody hear my plea. Sometimes I think I got nothing in common with the rest of the human race. Completely out of place. I like a visitor from Mars, come down from the stars. My heat shield burning and my soul pick up the scars. Come down from the moon, living in anticipation of returning to my interstellar station. Come down from the moon. Come down from an interstellar station. Yes, yes. Sometimes I think I got nothing in common with the rest of the human race. You know, it's funny. Strikes me as funny. That album's getting better and better to me. But I was thinking this morning, I must have another sip. I was thinking this morning that I can't write now the way I did then, because I was writing, very autobiographical. I must admit, nobody else was going to write these songs, so I wrote them myself. And I said, well, I can't now write the songs the way I wrote then, but then I couldn't write songs then the way I write them now, with my point of view. That made me feel much better, because I don't have to try to relive the songs that I played back then. Try to rewrite like that again, because I can't do that. It's not in me. Well, happy birthday, Vaughn Christopher. Yes, thank you. Well, I understand, Bill. Vaughn's last year before he becomes a teen. Oh, God help us. Hey, everyone, happy birthday to Vaughn, yeah. Albert, because how does your lion get along with your award? I think we discussed that. I haven't really found out. I could get trapped at the front door forever. Ron Terso is watching. Helmer. Hello, Helmer. Yes, sir. Christopher Lentz. Oh, wow. Whatever that was for. Gerald Grable is watching. Steve. I don't want to drink. That's good, Gerald. That's good. I don't drink more, but I don't drink less. I don't drink any more, but I don't drink any less. That's good. Besides Bernie's tune, how about Elmer's tune? Elmer's tune. I don't know. Is there a real Elmer's tune? Is that a real? No, I read Tomoko Ono Farnham is waiting, but it says she's watching. I thought she was, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Oh God, Tomoko Ono Farnham is watching. Okay. Hi Jay. Hi Tomoko. How are you tonight? I'm Mary Jane number 3. Drinking caused memory loss and also memory loss. Thank you. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys are learning. What was that? What was that about memory loss? Sounds great. I like that drinking song. Yeah, it does sound good tonight. I'm closer to the mic, and I'm singing stuff I know. Dan Boone is watching Elmer Hems. Douglas Romoff is from down in Florida. Francois Zalakane. I can't go on without Francois Zalakane to watch. Bonjour, Francois. Bonjour. What did he say? Something about a door. Gary Anderson, hey, man. Sometimes I think right after the drink no more in the fabulous salamander pie. Do you know what? Mary Jane, do you have salamander pie? And if you don't, you really should get it. It's like the Bible. My Bible. Benjamin Henkel. Yes. Elmer Hems. Tomoko Ono Farm. Thank you. Tex Beneke sang Elmer's tune. Oh, Tex Beneke. Did you ever? You weren't old enough to play with Tex Beneke. You weren't young enough to play with Tex Beneke, were you, Bill? The oldest band leader I played with was Vaughn Monroe, and I also played with one of the Zentner, Cy Zentner, and one of the Dorseys. I don't remember who it was. It's pretty hectic. Nubel is watching. Elmer Hems. Ono Farm. Bill Crow. Tex Beneke sang Elmer's tunes to go over. Elmer's tune was fairly popular in the 40s and 50s, written by someone called, believe it or not, Elmer. Happy birthday, Devon. And he is a tweenager. Yes, the Jazz Bible. Laugh a whale. Well, it's my Jazz Bible for me. Anyway, I think that's enough of that song. So, but there's some more. I'm putting all the words together. I'm putting all the lyrics together for an album I call Life Out on the Road. And, it's a good project for me because I really need I'm trying to put a book together of all the albums. And I think I will. I think, if I only had some time off to do some work like that. Boy. I used to dream about being in bed with a broken leg and what I'd have to do. Well, I'm in bed with a broken immune system. Now let's get to it. Claude Thornhill and Eddie Condon were the oldest band leaders I worked for. Claude Thornhill. Oh, God, Eddie Condon. Claude Thornhill. Man, that's great. Oh, Claude Thornhill. And I told you that time that Joe Wilder sat down and said when I was with... I forgot the band. I always forget. I always blank out the band. When I was with, not Basie, when I was with... I hate that. I always forget his name. The band was so good. It was an all-black band. So good, in the 30s and 40s. Somebody will know what I'm talking about. I got sick listening to Salmonella Pie. No, Doug. No. You got the wrong album. That was my arch enemy, the Joker. He put out Salmonella Pie. When I was with, not Blanton, when I was with, he told me, but he sat next to me, Joe Wilder said, when I was with, oh, Jesus. Somebody tell me. Lunsford, thank you. Thank you, Gerald. Lunsford, thank you. Jesus. Lunsford. What a band. And I just marveled at that. I'm sitting next to a guy who was actually with Lunsford Band. I thought that was just fantastic. Bill was with Claude Thornhill. It was with Buddy Morrow. That was my first real big band gig in 1962 or 63, something like that. Okay. Back to business. I've had a few requests, believe it or not, and I'm going to play anyway. See, it's not carbonated, so so I really don't. I mean, carbonation. It's just fruits and vegetables, no protein powder, any crap like that. Just fruits, vegetables, and it's got to get a Ninja. It'll if you mishand. No, I'm not going to tell him. But the Ninja would grind him up into salt. What? Nothing. I didn't say a word. I didn't say a thing. Yes, you did. I heard it. You were going to put the doorknob into the Ninja. The lion and I are good friends. Don't you do anything to him. Okay. Well, that solves that, Al. We just found out. I didn't even know you knew the lion. I know him. I wrote him. That doesn't make any sense. What are you going to do? I think I have to turn the camera a little bit. I should find a better way to do this. I keep trying. I'm not working that hard at it. Okay. So I have a couple of. Can I just try one? I need to really try a song on you. I used to do this in my one-man show, and I really liked it. You see now? Maybe I'll wait a second, because I think the air conditioner wants to go back on. This was in my one-man show. And I got talking about galaxies and planets. Referring to a letter that a man wrote to me in my show. A man wrote a letter to me saying that he hated bass solos because he couldn't understand them. No, it wasn't to me. He wrote it to I think it was the Seattle newspapers. He just couldn't stand bass solos. He didn't understand them. And the Seattle newspaper printed it. So I told him, well, come on. You don't understand bass solos and I don't understand science. But let's have a little compassion for each other. And I wrote the following song. Let me see now if I really understand this. You split a photon, a particle of light. You send one half roaring down a tunnel to the left, the other half down a tunnel to the right. And when the photon halves are 14 miles apart, each half must negotiate a maze. The mazes are identical. The photon halves must find their separate paths as they make their ways. Scientists say the quantum mechanics must apply here. Each path chosen is by purest chance. But somehow both halves of the photon always make the same exact decision, like perfect partners in a dance. Each half knows exactly what the other half is doing, even though the other half is 14 miles away. Each half knows exactly what the other half is doing without a millisecond of delay. Let me see now if I really understand this. Because something isn't right. Professor Einstein told us that nothing in the universe can travel faster than the speed of light. It can travel faster than the speed of light. I think we have a problem. Contradictions at the deepest level. Some say it shows you just how much we have to learn. Others say it's more proof of the devil. Man, it's just like real life when you think you finally know it all. That's when you get the big surprise. Just when you think you've got a handle on the universe, something cuts you down to size. Let me see now if I really understand this. You split a photon, a particle of light. Then both halves then proceed to disobey the basic laws of physics. Both halves then proceed to disobey the basic laws of physics. No wonder I can't sleep at night. No wonder I'm not getting my sufficient rest at night. No wonder I can't sleep at night. Did you hear that last harmonic? Yeah, it was clear. I like this song. It means something to me. And I'm going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep doing it. You go right ahead. I'm all for it. Thank you, Troph. You bet. He's all for it. It gets done. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. When I get that kind of backing, what can I do? I didn't write this one. So you met someone who let you set you back on your heel. Try it again. 1, 2, 3. So you met someone who set you back on your heels. A goody goody. So you met someone and now you know how it feels. Goody goody. So you gave him your heart too, like I gave mine to you. And he broke it in little pieces. Now how do you do? How do you do? So you lie awake just singing the blues all night. A goody goody. So you think that love's a barrel of dynamite. How hooray and hallelujah, you had it coming to you. A goody goody for him, goody goody for me. I hope you're satisfied, you rascal. So you met someone who set you back on your heels, goody goody. So you met someone and now you know how it feels, goody 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 goody. So you gave him your heart too, like I gave mine to you. And he broke it in little pieces. Now how do you do? How do you do? So you lie awake just singing the blues all night. A goody goody. So you think that love's a barrel of dynamite. Goody goody. Hooray and hallelujah, you had it coming to you. A goody goody for him. Goody goody for me. I hope you're satisfied. I hope you're satisfied. I hope you're satisfied, you rascal, you rascal, you rascal, Boy, I gotta keep doing that song. I think I have a connection I think I channel Freddie Cole more than I think I know I do. Because I loved what he sang. I loved the songs he sang. And he sang simple, swinging, good songs. And also, Ray Brown, every time, all the songs that Ray Brown played with his band, they were always swinging songs. He would play Love, for instance. L is for the... And Bye Bye Blackberry. And he would play, every song he played was a gem in his trio. I got to give him credit. He really knew how to pick songs. And he passed away at the age of 76. And he told me, "Don't you worry, you'll have your day." I said, "Okay," because here he was traveling all around the world, and I was in the studios playing in New York. And I thought I wanted to go around the world. Oh. It's good. It's good. It's good. He's in a very positive frame of mood tonight, and I appreciate that. Love the sound of that bass, and your intonation ain't too shabby. It used to be really great. We'll talk to Bill. Replying to Bill. Willie the Lion. There you go. Hey, Bo. I always feel better when I know my sister Bo is watching. And Marin County, though. I think Marin County's not the safest place you can be right now. But, of course, I started bass with a couple of Lunsford guys in Baltimore on the block. You studied. Started playing bass with a couple of Lunsford guys. Well, and I went to the block was quite a place. And there was the Gaiety. It was a really, if you like to go to strip joints, that was the place. And who didn't like to go to strip joints? Really. It was fun. I liked it. I went there underage. Heard the three-piece band. What was it? Piano, drums, and saxophone? Probably was. I don't know. There's no bass. Helmer Hems. Love the sound of that bass. Thank you, Gerald. I appreciate it. Well, it's a good sounding bass, and somehow this mic really makes it sound good. Accentuate the positive. That's me. Yes, James is here too. Hello, James. That's my brother-in-law, Bo's beloved, her fine and wonderful husband, James Shipman. I knew John Nibbs. Gary Anderson asked that I knew John Nibbs. Yes, I knew John Nibbs very well. I went to Berkeley in 1960, 59 and 60. And John was there. He was playing. He wasn't teaching there at Berkeley at the time, but he was playing with Herb Pomeroy's band at the Stables. And I used to go down and hear him play. Sat in the bass player, Abe. A lot of conversations going here at one time, as usual. Yes, I knew John Nibbs, and Alan Dawson was also, I got to know Alan very well. He was a beautiful drummer. Anyway, it's 7:40, and it's something I actually see. I need the words to accentuate the positive because I don't really know them. You've got to latch on to the affirmative. I don't remember sufficiently, and I've sung it a bunch of times. I sang that song at Lincoln Center. And I sang one with What did I sing? I sang this song at Carnegie Hall at a concert that Bobby Short put on. He had me come up, I played with him, and he had me come up and sing this song at Carnegie Hall. So there. Wow. Is that more important than my Mac award? I hope not. Playing at Carnegie Hall. Look how it shines. See how it shines? I'm really very important. Oh, he's important. Playing hard to get. It's a challenge. I think I should play this in a different key, but I'm going to stay in this key because this feels too high. It's a challenge. It's a feat. I'll try it in key of G. Usually play it in B flat. Let's see if I can remember the changes. It's a challenge. It's a feat, but a responsibility we meet. Something that New Yorkers must see through. It's a drag, it's a pain, but a fact of life so very plain. Something that we simply have to do. As the garbage must be schlepped, so the streets they must be swept. From the west side to the FDR. So at the crack of dawn, the alarm clock switches on. You get up, get dressed, go down and move the car. Every morning at 8 o'clock, every auto on the block must vacate the chosen side. Then a sweeper passes by. Sweeper passes by. The dirt and dust do fly. We sit and watch, I nearly burst with civic pride. But you've double parked your car, and you must not wander far. 'Cause someone who you're blocking in may find he must get out. And if they can't locate you, they quickly come to hate you. A little slice of life you're better off without. You're better off by far if you do not own a car. Just take a bus, a taxi, a limousine, or rent a hearse. Or if you're fearless in the brain, you'll take a subway train. Just hold on to your bag, your money, wallet, and your purse. Oh, our whole lives we are spending in this ritual unending. 'Cause we're New Yorkers to the core. Every morning bleary-eyed, we move our cars from side to side, as we will forevermore. To our cars we gaily prance, just to do the daily dance, as we will forevermore. That's not bad. for playing it in a new key. I forgot where the bridge went for a second, but I got it strong when I got back to the bridge. You certainly did. Congratulations. Bump, bump, bump. Well, Mike Myler's watching. Cheeky little statue. You're right, Steve. You're right. But you have to live. Abe Batch might have been the sax player in Baltimore. I sat in with him on valve trombone when I was in the Army. You were a valve trombone player. Valve trombone, did you? You and Ray and a bunch of other people. Valve trombone. Oh my gracious goodness. Are you guys aware of what's going on here tonight? We're getting the history of music right here. Did everybody pay attention? Yes, James is here too. Look at that. Bo, do you know Bill Crow? Bill Crow is one of the bass players who I grew up listening to and was affected by enormously. And he's been a very faithful tuner in, and he writes for the Union. A great bassist with credits to go a mile long. And he also writes for the Union paper. I don't know whether it's probably the local. It's probably not the national. But he writes stories about people who... he writes stories about musicians, things that occurred on a gig or things people say to him, usually stuff that occurred on a gig. And he's now telling us that he sat in Baltimore with the sax player in Baltimore. I sat in with him on valve trombone when I was in the Army. That's great. That's fantastic. Helmer Hems. Hello, Bill Crow. Nice to meet you. I noticed you are here every evening. He is. He keeps the others coming. Well, listen, it's now close to 7:50, and I think I'm taking it easy on myself. I'm doing a 50-minute show from now on, and that's about it. Keeps me fresh, keeps you fresh. You don't have to hear the same songs too many times over. And I think it's a good time. So I'm going to say goodnight to you all at this point. Wish you a good evening, and we'll see you tomorrow, which will be Wednesday. I think tomorrow's Thursday. Thursday the 9th. Thursday the 9th, tomorrow, Thursday the 9th is Oliver Call. And I'll probably be in Hope tomorrow night. So maybe we'll get a show in at the Verizon Towers, the lovely Verizon Towers. 50 minutes is the new hour, yes. Well, I got to leave more commercials, room for commercials. All right, you all, thanks for tuning in. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.